Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It is in fact my favorite time of the week. And not only do we have some great Switch and Switch 2 games currently on sale, both digital and physical, but this week we have a wide variety from a bunch of different genres, and this is one of my favorite lists I've put together recently. So if you want to save some money on some great games, you do not want to miss this. Let's go and get right into it. So yes, as you can see how uncomfortable I am in this orange chair, that means I am not currently home because I am still on vacation. But even though I am on vacation, that doesn't mean I don't want to talk about great game deals, specifically for the Switch and Switch 2. Oh yeah, and even though I am on vacation, boom, there's a winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. Pretty cool stuff, I didn't forget. Boom. Another winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. If you'd like to have the same opportunity every single week, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter or both of those and support the community as much as you can. And I will always give back as much as I can, even when I'm on vacation. Every single week we do this. Now, let's go ahead and get into these amazing deals. The first game we're talking about is Pepper Grinder, and this is currently on sale for $4.99, and that is 67% off on the eShop. This is a great 2D side-scrolling action game that I think came out about a year or two ago, and it had a bit of hype once it came out, and I don't know why, but I feel like it kind of flew under the radar. But every time I can recommend this game, I will. It's not the most expensive game, about $15, brand new, but if you can get it for $5, you know, you might as well do that. Shipwrecked and robbed of her treasure, Pepper must spin up her trusty sidearm to reclaim what the mischievous gnarlings stole. So yeah, if you get a chance to check this one out, I would say it's definitely worth it. We also have Wild Hearts S currently on sale for the Nintendo Switch 2 for $16.49. That is 67% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. And I can't remember already if I said it or not, but this is a Switch 2 exclusive game. Like, you can't play it on the Switch, only the Switch 2. I'm sure it's on other platforms as well. If you like Monster Hunter or anything in that same vein, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. All things considered, I think it's a pretty good port. And for $16, that is a fantastic deal because this game was originally $50, which I thought was a little higher than I would have liked it to be. But for $16, man, this one is a no-brainer. Now let's talk about a really cool game called Ruiner. This is currently on sale for $2.99. That is 85% off on the eShop, and this is in fact the lowest price this has ever been. And this game always makes me laugh because I recommended this game non-stop for like a month or two straight, and I kept calling it Runner because I read it wrong, and I just never corrected myself until pretty much recently. So it is called Ruiner, not Runner. Ruiner is a brutal action shooter set in the year 2090 in a cyberpunk metropolis. A wired sociopath lashes out against a corrupt system to retrieve his kidnapped brother and uncover the truth under the guidance of a secretive hacker friend. I am a huge fan of everything that I just mentioned, and especially for the price here, man, this is one of those deals you don't want to miss. A great hidden gem I love recommending is Sword of the Vagrant. This is currently on sale for $1.99, and that is 80% off on the eShop. You will play as Vivian the Vagrant, who follows her lost father's research in an effort to reunite with her family. Hack and slash a path from a quiet coastal village through a mysterious forest, haunted castles, and wrecked battlegrounds. This is a 2D action RPG, and there is so much stuff going on. There's hand-painted, traditionally animated characters, flawless combat, over 70 deadly and dangerous monsters. There's over 6 massive level sets that are also hand-painted. Multiple armor, weapons, accessories, just so much going on, and it's only $2. eFootball Kickoff is currently on sale for the Nintendo Switch 2 for $15.99. That is 20% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. And this game is fantastic. And I don't want to say like FIFA is a standard because the quality of FIFA is really not that great anymore. But if you like soccer or arcade soccer games or just pick up and play soccer games, this is probably one of the best out there right now. I'm pretty sure this was developed or at least published by Konami, one of those two. I had to buy FIFA and this for a like sponsored video I did a few months ago, and I couldn't believe how much better this was than FIFA. So if you're a fan of FIFA, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, for $16, this might be worth checking out. I also need to mention Constance, which is currently on sale for the Nintendo Switch 2 for $15.99. That is 20% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. Now, don't get confused, because this was already out on the Switch. I talked about it in like a games you should play video or something. I think it came out about the time Hollow Knight Silksong did, so it definitely flew under the radar a little bit more than it should have, but it is a fantastic Metroidvania. And now it officially has a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And if I'm not mistaken, if you already own it on the Switch, I believe there is a free upgrade path. But if you don't own it at all, buy it on the Switch 2, get it on sale. This one is a treat to play. Now let's talk about a really unique game called YARS Rising. This is currently on sale for $11.99. That is 60% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. Take control of a young hacker, Emi Kimura, who is hired by a mysterious patron to infiltrate the shadowy Kotek Corporation. Run, jump, sneak, and hack your way through challenges as you slowly unravel a complex secret shrouded in intrigue. This is one of those games that actually reminds me of like 100 other games, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm like, okay, that's similar to that. Okay, that reminds me of this. So yeah, I just had that issue a little bit where I just kept comparing this game to a million things. This is a game I have played probably about like 5 hours total. I have not beat it yet, but I did enjoy what I've played so far. So while it's on sale, I think it's definitely worth picking up. A fantastic game I love recommending is Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling. This is currently on sale for $8.75, and that is 65% off on the eShop. And this is one of those games that is so easy to recommend because you can compare it to another game, and if you like that, you're probably going to like this. This is a game that gets compared often to the Paper Mario series, right? It has that kind of graphic style, similar to gameplay, and it is an RPG and a charming one. And this game is actually pretty heavy. Like, base game I think is 25 hours, but you can easily put 50 hours into this. So if you like Paper Mario or anything similar to that, you're probably going to like this one. We also have CRYSIS Remastered currently on sale for $10.49, and that is 65% off on the eShop. And I know it's been a meme, a joke for decades at this point, like, can it run CRYSIS? But I think the CRYSIS port on the Switch was one of the best ports that often flew under the radar. It is a phenomenal first-person shooter that still holds up to this very day. It's a game I play like once a year because I just can't believe how good it is and how fun it continues to be. If I'm not mistaken, I think CRYSIS Remastered 2 and 3 are probably on sale as well, but I've actually never beat those. I've only played maybe one of those as well, but CRYSIS Remastered, I can easily tell you right now, it is phenomenal, it's amazing, and it is definitely worth the money. We also have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar physically for the Nintendo Switch at Woot for $21.99. That is 45% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. This is such a good like life, cozy, sim, farming, selling, whatever kind of game. It is so good, so addictive. And if you don't know the history about these games, like when we were younger, we used to play the series Harvest Moon, right? And the Harvest Moon games were good. But there was a point where Harvest Moon got sold to another company. So now when you see a Harvest Moon game, it's not really a Harvest Moon game and they're not very good. But that original team went to work for this company, which I think might be Marvelous, like that's the developer company. So now Story of Seasons is technically what Harvest Moon used to be. So if you like that at all, you're gonna like this. I really like this whole Grand Bazaar thing where you're always selling stuff and it just keeps it really interesting. And this is a phenomenal price for a physical copy. We also have Sonic Racing Crossroads currently on sale physically for the Nintendo Switch at Woot for $17.99, and that is 70% off the full price. And I also think that's probably the lowest price this has ever been. Sure, you can play this on the Switch, but the real reason I'm actually recommending this is for the Nintendo Switch 2, because I believe the upgrade path to the Switch 2 edition is only $10, so you can get a physical copy of Sonic Racing Crossroads for the Switch 2 for $28, and that is a fantastic price for this. I don't really like saying one is better than the other, but I really did enjoy my time with this. I feel like a little bit more than Mario Kart World. Like, it is kind of apples to oranges because the whole concepts are different. But if you're a fan of the arcade racing genre, or maybe Mario Kart World just didn't do it for you, I would say this one is definitely worth picking up. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is also on sale at Woot physically for the Nintendo Switch for $39.99, and that is 33% off the full price. This is the remastered version, remade version. I can't remember what they called it. I guess just the HD version, whatever. It is a game that holds up so damn well. I played this not even like a month or two ago, and I couldn't believe how good it looked on the Switch 2. It felt like a new Luigi's Mansion game that truly just came out like in the past couple of months. That's how good the graphics is, the gameplay, the premise. I really like the different mansions. I don't think it's as good as Luigi's Mansion 3, but I still think it's up there, like an 8 out of 10 or something. And if you've never played it, for 40 bucks to get a physical copy, not bad. One of my favorite games I beat this entire year so far is Hitman World of Assassination. This is currently on sale physically for the Nintendo Switch 2 at Amazon, Best Buy, and GameStop for $39.99, and that is 33% off the full price. Just keep in mind, if there's a physical option, I will always buy it, but I could not find a physical copy, so I had to buy this digitally for 60 bucks. I wish I could have paid $40, but it is 3 Hitman games that run and look amazing on the Switch 2. They're games, I'm not even kidding, you could play for hundreds and hundreds of hours and still find new stuff to do. There's a million ways to take out each enemy, multiple ways to play each level. There's all these like different contracts and stuff, and I honestly think this is a quintessential pickup on the Switch 2. We have YAKUZA KIWAMI 3 and Dark Ties currently on sale for the Nintendo Switch 2 physically at Amazon and Best Buy for $29.99. That is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price ever. Just keep in mind this as well as Hitman. They are both game key cards. I just want to make sure I have that clarified. But you know, at this point, unfortunately, it is what it is. If you want to get these games quote unquote physically, this is the best way to go. I've played Yakuza 0, YAKUZA KIWAMI, and I might have played KIWAMI 2 a little bit. I have not played KIWAMI 3 at all, and I think Dark Ties is like a expansion on it or something. So this is something I can't recommend personally because I haven't played it. But what I can say is the Yakuza series is phenomenal. The games look and run amazing. They are games you can get lost in. The Switch 2 ports so far have been 10 out of 10 experiences. So if you want to try out Yakuza or just want to play some more Yakuza, for 30 bucks, man, not a bad way to go. And we have YOOKA REPLAYLEE currently on sale physically for the Nintendo Switch 2 at Best Buy for $34.99. That is 30% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this has ever been. And keep in mind, even though this is a physical copy, this is not a game key card. This is a true physical, so that is awesome. And I'll be honest, when I heard this was on the way, I was like, is it really warranted? Like, will it really improve anything, or is it more of a cash grab or whatever? And it turns out it was definitely needed, because now this is just a fantastic 3D platformer. It looks like a game that was specifically designed for the Nintendo Switch 2 in mind. Like, it feels like a Switch 2 exclusive, even though it's not. And if you like 3D platformers, you're gonna enjoy this one. There's no question about it. And if you want to add a game to your physical copy, like a true physical, well, you can do that here. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is not ideal, this whole setup here, but I love making these videos, and I always say I'll give back as much as I can. Even when I'm on vacation, it's something I want to do, so that's why I make these videos, and we do this whole whatever. But it's funny because I feel like looking at the camera, this is like a hostage video or something, and I'm out here crying out for help. So I'll be home in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow or the next day, and everything will be back to normal. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. Any sales that you've seen, any sales that I missed, any games you're playing, just start a conversation. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, if you could do me a favor, hit a like and subscribe on the way out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter on the way out, and consider becoming a channel member. That's pretty much it. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace.